Tiny Human Meets Pony by Reedman. Foraging gone wrong. Connor was fairly nervous. Being a tiny human in Equestria wasn't a safe venture. While some ponies were rumored to eat humans, that wasn't his biggest fear. Most humans were quite clumsy with humans, some not watching their step, others mishandling them entirely. He had been stepped on once. Luckily it had been a very mudded area, though he was lost for a while. Like most humans not in captivity, Connor scavenged for food. His usual places were no good. The market was picked clean by other scavengers. Apple Acres was too well guarded by the family to get any food out. Sometimes he envied the humans in the Canterlot Human Zoo. At least they got fed by the zookeepers or by the foals in the petting zoo. Today he was down to his last choice. A place even other scavengers avoided. By pony standards, the house was small. 1 floor, a few rooms. It belonged to one Endel Gorge. Some of his friends called him Engorged as a joke among themselves. The stallion was a champion at eating contests. Never lost an eating challenge in his life. Whenever he wasn't at a contest, he would train at home. That meant plenty of food scraps for scavenging humans. Only one problem. Any humans that went in never came out. Connor's stomach growled as he crawled under the door. The plan was simple. Fill his sack with enough food for a few days, then get out. If he was lucky, maybe he could find something worth trading for food. As he stood up, he took a deep breath. Seating area with a table to his left, small kitchen to his right. Doorway to what was most likely Endel's bedroom in the middle of the far wall. The living room had crumbs on the floor. A good place to start. At the least the infamous Engorged was a messy eater. He wasn't sure when Endel was waking up. Had to make the best of it. Connor sprinted over as fast as his hunger would allow. As soon as he reached the base of the table, he got to work. It wasn't too tall. It looked like his climbing rope was just long enough. He pulled it off his shoulder. The climbing rope was made of some thrown-away twine and a paperclip he traded for some time ago. It was perfect for moments like this. The length was about 5 times his height. With a good toss, the rope caught and was sturdy. A quick climb and he was up on the expansive table. There were a fair amount of crumbs. Within a few minutes, his sack was filled. He had no idea what any of it was. A scavenger couldn't be picky. Just as he was about to make his way down, he saw something gleam. It looked like there was something shiny on the couch across from the table. Another few minutes had passed and Connor was looking over the source of the gleam that caught his eye. It looked like a piece of the currency the ponies used. It was no use to him. A waste of time. Thunderous steps warned him how bad a choice this was. Endel was awake. He had no time to climb down. The stallion was already walking towards the couch, his grey portly frame rapidly filling Connor's view. Endel's view was obscured by a bowl that he carried with a hoof. Connor had nowhere to run. He was frozen with fear. Large eyes had fallen upon him. "Scavenging in my house, are we?" The stallion boomed. Connor opened his mouth, but no words came out. He had been caught by ponies before. However, he usually only scavenged where ponies were nice to humans. He didn't know what to do or say. Endel, however, was well practiced at dealing with humans. The giant pony turned around, his backside to the scavenger. A tiny scream was heard as it descended onto the couch. It suddenly went silent as Endel sat down. "I'll deal with you after I eat my midday fruit." Under the pony, Connor was both terrified and relieved. He was trapped under the monumentous weight of the infamous Engorged. One wrong move from the stallion and his human could be a red stain. He was relaxed by the fact that the couch was unbelievably soft. If he breathed slow, he wouldn't run out of air. Hopefully. With his ear unwillingly pressed against Andal, he could hear him chewing on his fruit. He was eating it fast. He feared what would happen to him once the portly stallion was finished. Would the poor little human be the next snack of his? Would he be crushed into oblivion? He wondered if apologizing and begging for mercy would yield results. He wondered if ponies could even understand human speech. He didn't have time to think about these things. He heard the loud clack of the bowl being placed on the table. The gargantuan weight on top of him shifted. He felt an immense force press him into the pony's fur even deeper. A hoof had pressed onto him to get a hold of him. Bright light filled his eyes. He was only on the hoof for a moment. Suddenly, the hoof gave way. Connor tumbled onto a much softer surface. As his eyes adjusted, he realized where he was. Rather than being trapped in the belly of the beast, he was trapped on top of it. A massive head was locked on him, staring him down. He sat there on the stallion's belly, unsure of what to do. Andal spoke first.
Maybe I should start installing traps to catch you all. You little humans just love my house for my food, I bet. So I guess I have my own mess to blame. After I eat you, I'll go to the market. I hear some ponies selling human traps.
Okay, forget my usual intro with how you can support Paw Productions with links down in the description. Every dollar helps needed, very much appreciated. What the hell did I just read? Okay, let's get this over with. The story has the following tags. MLPFIM, random, slice of life, human, and other. And the short description reads, a tiny human foraging for food meets a hungry pony. Even the long description, let me read it. Wait. A tiny human foraging for food meets a hungry pony who doesn't like intruders in his house. That is literally the only description. There's nothing about killing or sadness or dark or whatever. But holy shit does it get dark here at the end. I mean, what the hell? Connor is about to be fucking eaten. I mean, I have dealt with vermin in a house before. You know, with mouses and rats. That was like a whole thing at my dad's place where there was a problem with how the piping came into the house, and it basically gave them an entrance into the house. And then we had to see how to get rid of him and all that. But never in my wildest dreams would I have, went ahead and eaten one of them. Oh my fucking god. What the hell, dude? I mean, come on. You're talking about a sentient human being and you're just like,
yeah, after I eat you, I'll go to the market and buy a human trap.
And I think there's only one commenter on this story, and it only has one vote, which is a downvote. And the commenter here, Sillers, actually says, yeah, no thanks. Reddit, and yeah, it's not war since it just cut before that, but yeah. I wouldn't even call this war. War is, more of a kink thing. This, my dear Sir Reedman, is more of a, well, I don't know. I think it simply needs a dark tag. Dark and violence. Because, oh my freaking god, I was just looking for a short little story to read, and, come on. And since I've already read, like, The Return of the Now Tiny Queen Chrysalis, I was like, hey, these tiny stories are really cool, so let's have a look. I have another one lined up, also from Reedman, but now that I've read this here, I will definitely review that one before I actually start recording it, because sorry, but this is some fucked up shit here at the end. I mean, I'm speechless. I'm literally speechless. Sincerely yours, Visual Pony, and I hope you still enjoyed what I made here.